ITV movie premiere in association with Toyota.
Is everybody paying attention?
Having one supervillain loose in your city is unlucky. Having two...
Go ahead. You can say it.
...is insane.
Does anybody else feel like a fried egg?
The Bat is back.
Hot entrance.
And this time, he's not alone.
You're looking at your new partner.
An ITV movie premiere. Batman Forever. 8:30, Wednesday.
It's back, and it's all new.
In more ways than one.
Emmerdale's Lisa Riley hosts a brand new series of You've Been Framed, 8:30 Friday on ITV.
Hello, 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 hello.
Yakult is full of friendly bacteria. Here.
You gotta sweat for it to be a sport.
Come in, sweet time! Don't ask me to spell this. He turns red, he passes out. Napkin over here. Come on, take it.
Kellogg's Choco Cornflakes, the world's favourite cornflakes combined with real milk chocolate and low fat too. They're Chocodoodaloo!
If you're looking to buy a new home, call into the Halifax and you can get a mortgage decision in just 15 minutes. Less time than it takes to have a really good look around. The Halifax 15-minute mortgage promise.
You've done that. You've earned money back. So what do you do now? The new blue card from American Express. It pays you to do more.
After a playful chase, we see the male elephant mount the female.
Embarrassing day? Tell someone about it.
My gran was in the room. It was so embarrassing. I nearly died.
BT, it's good to talk.
For years, I've lived a double life. In the day, I do my job, roll up my sleeves with the hoi polloi. But at night, I live a life of exhilaration.
Of missed heartbeats and adrenaline.
A life of dubious virtue.
You might not think it to look at me, but I've commanded armies.
And conquered worlds.
And though I've set morality aside,
at least I can say
I've lived.
Hi, Ronnie!
He's a lot smaller than he looks on telly.
A Grand Pan Supreme, please, with the really big toppings.
New Pizza Hut Grand Pan Supreme, with massively delicious hunks of pepper, red onion and meat. Our stars may be getting smaller, but our toppings just get bigger.
Great. Upstaged by a pepper.
Tomorrow you could win £1 million with both ITV and The Sun's Who Wants to Be a Millionaire game. And to celebrate, get tomorrow's Sun for just 15p.
Get your business ready for the bug. Act now. Call 0845 601 2000 for your free action pack.
If you're selfish enough to abandon...
Everybody likes to have their say.
It's the application of stereotypes.
But not everybody likes to listen. Thursday Night Live, Thursdays at 10:40 on ITV. Worth a listen.
This is Carlton. News at 10 follows in 5 minutes. There now follows a party political broadcast by the Liberal Democrats.
So, thank you again.
And that's quite enough of party politicals, because the rest of this programme, it's about 4 minutes, isn't really a party political broadcast, because it's about something which is supported by lots of different people in all the different parties. Proportional representation, or PR. Now, if you think that PR is boring, then you're a very silly person, because it's about how we can run the country better. And the basic idea of PR is that each party's size in the House of Commons should reflect its support in the country. In other words, if 40% of you want party A, and 30% of you want party B, and 20% party C, and 10% party D, then the MPs should be roughly 40 for A, 30 for B, 20 for C, and 10 for D. So people's views are represented in Parliament in proportion to their strength in the country. That's PR, or fair votes. Whereas, under our present system of first past the post, as in horse racing, you get the following result. In 1951, Labour got more votes than the Conservatives and lost the election. In 1974, the Conservatives got the most votes and lost the election. And in this Parliament, the Tories got 18% of the votes in Scotland and have no MPs there at all, while the Lib Dems got 13% of the votes and 10 MPs. Not fair. So, one, PR's a fairer system. Not a perfect system, because this is politics, but a lot fairer. Next, point 2. Thank you, Debbie. Now, has it occurred to you that the way that most of you vote at present doesn't make any difference? Well, the last election was decided in the marginal seats, wasn't it? Now, that means that if you live in the rest of the UK, in the safe seats, it didn't matter how you voted, because the same party always wins those seats. You knew who your MP was going to be even before you got to the polling station. Your vote made no difference. This means that under our present system, the parties at elections concentrate on the people who live in these marginal seats, tailoring what they say and what they promise to the people there, and not worrying so much about the rest of you who live here. But under PR, all the votes count. So politicians will have to listen to all of us and address the issues that affect all of us. Point 3. Thank you, Gerald. PR makes parties work together more. So you're far less likely to get a new government changing all the ideas of the one before. And this stability means businesses can plan better, and that's why countries with PR systems like Germany, Holland, Ireland, and Greece have consistently beaten Britain in terms of economic growth. So, the reasons for PR. It's fairer, everybody's vote counts, you get more continuity. Now, the reasons against PR. First, people say it creates weak coalition governments. Well, they've had these weak coalition governments in Germany, Holland, Ireland, and Greece, so maybe we need a bit of that kind of weakness ourselves. Next, they say PR doesn't work in Italy. Well, as any Italian will proudly tell you, nothing political works in Italy, except that the average Italian's income has grown by 60% more than ours in the last 16 years, in spite of the appalling disadvantages of their PR system. Next argument against PR. It's too complicated. Well, the Bulgarians have PR, and so do the Maltese and the Albanians and the Irish. But if you feel it would be much too difficult for you, please do vote against PR. Finally, some people say that under PR, major decisions are taken behind closed doors in smoke-filled rooms. Well, let's just examine what they're saying. They're saying that PR encourages parties to talk together, to see where they can agree on common ground, to try to share power. Well, that's a good thing, isn't it? After all, when Maggie Thatcher was running the UK in the late 80s, 58% of the voters had voted against her. Whereas under PR, if you don't give one party a proper majority, they're forced to share power with others. Thank you.
That was a party political broadcast by the Liberal Democrats. You're watching Carlton. It's exactly 10 o'clock.
ITN News at 10 with Dermot Murnaghan.
Clinton's Ulster Crusade, peace is your destiny. Search for clues after hundreds die in plane disaster. Doctor's superbug warning over too many antibiotics. And the student prince, Harry's lessons start at Eton. Good evening. President Bill Clinton today paid his second visit to Northern Ireland and told its people not to allow the chance of peace to slip away. He said it won't come again in our lifetimes. Mr. Clinton, with Tony Blair and flanked always by unionist and nationalist politicians, went to Belfast, then to Omagh, where he was moved to tears by accounts of last month's bomb, and tonight to Armagh. Our Ireland correspondent John Irvine reports. The President talked of the unimaginably horrible agony of Omagh. ITN's Mark Austin was there today, and he talked